You're listening to the audio production of Visions of Vocation, Common Grace for the Common Good by Stephen Garber, published by InterVarsity Press and read by David Cochran Heath. For Meg, who has shown that the world can be fully known and still loved. On Vocation. The word vocation is a rich one, having to address the wholeness of life, the range of relationships and responsibilities. Work, yes, but also families and neighbors and citizenship, locally and globally. All of this and more is seen as vocation, that to which I am called as a human being, living my life before the face of God. It is never the same word as occupation, just as calling is never the same word as career. Sometimes, by grace, the words and the realities they represent do overlap even significantly. Sometimes, in the incompleteness of life in a fallen world, there is not much overlap at all. Introduction. On learning to be implicated. Whenever I have encountered any kind of deep problem with civilization anywhere in the world, be it the logging of rainforests, ethnic or religious intolerance, or the brutal destruction of a cultural landscape that has taken centuries to develop, somewhere at the end of the long chain of events that gave rise to the problem at issue, I have always found one and the same cause: a lack of accountability to and responsibility for the world. Václav Havel, in Civilization. It began with a phone call from the State Department. Would you come spend an evening with the leaders of the Tiananmen Square protest? They are going to be in Washington and have some questions to ask. That was at least 15 years ago now, but I have not forgotten that night, and I will not. Sometimes we meet people, sometimes we have conversations that change us forever. The questions they asked all focused on their desire to return to China someday because, in their own words, we love China. Politically, personas non grata in China, they wanted a good reason to go home, one that could be sustained even in the face of suffering, of prison, of death. They were willing to do anything that might be required of them, but they wanted a reason to care about their culture. After many questions, there was one that mattered most. In various ways, they put it like this: We have been reading the philosophers of the world, asking each, do you have a good reason to be responsible for history? And is your reason sustainable, philosophically and politically? We have not been satisfied, and we wonder whether the Christian vision is different. Does it have a better answer?
Sample complete. Ready to continue?